Okay, now, so for the writing paragraph, how should I paragraph? Remember, I told you, right? If you are in secondary 3 or secondary 4, it is good if you go and do a research, okay, of someone you admire. And this particular person, remember what I say? It should be someone prominent. It should be someone, you can talk about political I mean, you can talk about people who affect the world in a political way, okay, but if you ask me, I would advise you not to. Like I mentioned, right, don't write about Stalin, Hitler, you know. So some of you might ask, okay, can I write about what's it called, sorry, Obama, because he's the first black president of United States? You can, but you must remember, you must mention why you admire him, you know. So I advise you, okay, if it's Obama, right, you can talk about how, although firstly, okay, he successfully become the first black president, okay, but please don't write in a very racist way. Now secondly, Obama is also considered a person admirable because if you know, right, a lot of you will say that Obama actually caused a lot of debt into US. That means ever since Obama take over US, correct, the economy actually fall. But at the same time, Obama, the reason why the economy fall, because Obama is someone who focused a lot on healthcare, a lot on his citizens actually. So if you look at the period of time when Obama was president, right, the healthcare, you know, the citizens, all these things, they are actually very well taken care of. So he made a difference to this area, okay, and neglected economy. Some of you, I don't know, might be Donald Trump fanatic, okay, you want to say that he's the person you admire. Donald Trump is actually a very good businessman. So if you choose Donald Trump, you have to talk about how his background. So you can talk about how he's a businessman first, right? He owns a lot of hotel chain, all this thing. He becomes a president. And the reason why a lot of people still support Donald Trump actually is because, do you know, ever since he took over US, right, the economy actually went up, you know. So Donald Trump is a person who focus more on economic, okay. So different presidents have different things. Now, other than politics, right, like I said already, you can talk about important people in the world who make a difference in the life of others, like Mother Teresa, okay? Or, you know, like we talked about this woman before last year, right? We talked about the what, Malala, remember? I think her name is Malala, if I'm not wrong. Okay, the little, not a little girl but the girl who made a difference in India because she stand for women's right. So think about all these like women's rights. Okay, think about, you know, people who fought for slavery in the olden days also can. The timing doesn't limit at all. Okay, so you can talk about very long time ago. That's why I say you can talk about Isaac Newton, all these things. Can? Now, however, if you want to do something easier, right? If you are secondary 1 and secondary 2, okay, you can write about the person you admire as someone you know. That means you don't have to do research. You can write about maybe, you know, like your mother, you know, or you can fake a character lah. But key thing, when you fake the character, right, you must be able to explain the character very well still, and you must still be able to give me some example of like what he did or what she did that you admire a lot. You can mention about how, you know, maybe you know this person, she's a single mother, right? And then, you know, the husband died or what, she has to raise the child by herself, you know, how she overcome all the difficulty. So the fake character can be a single mom, okay? Or, you know, some people, right, because they are not married, all these things, but they choose to actually give a lot to charity. So you can fake a character who is a philanthropist. Okay, now a philanthropist, for those of you who don't know, right, what is the meaning of philanthropist? A philanthropist, oh sorry, THRO. A philanthropist is a 慈善家. Let me find how to write that in Chinese. Okay, a philanthropist 就是一个很善良的人啦。You know, they will donate money. Okay, all these thing. Now, you know, recently in Singapore there was I don't know, is it in Singapore? I think so. There was a woman who passed away in Singapore. You know, she is not married. All this thing. Okay, and when she passed away, she actually in her will, right? The 遗嘱, you know, the will. Okay, she wrote that she's giving away, I think, her house, which is worth 13 million or don't know what, to charity. You know, all the money. So you can pretend such a character in your life, okay? Or could it fake a character about how, you know, this person is born a handicap? You know, some people, they are born without hands or without legs, right? And how this person move on to become a successful sports person. So again, for this compo, right, you don't need to write as a real person. But if you're in upper secondary, this is recommended. So at least, you know, when this compo comes out in school, you know what to write about. Okay? But if you're only in Sec 1, Sec 2, right, you can fake the character. It's not an issue one. Can? Okay, so now you can try to write it out. Okay, before that, sorry, paragraph first. So I told you already, right? Paragraph 1, you describe the character again. Okay? Describe the characters in terms of his look, physical look. That means not just the face. Could it be the body, you know, how strong, all these things. Okay, describe maybe the character, all this first. Now, paragraph 2, you start to tell me a bit about him. So about the character background. Now, paragraph 3, you start to talk about why you admire him. Paragraph 4, okay, you continue by listing some example. And then paragraph 5, you conclude. Okay, good. So now you can try and type it out.